Boom, baby. We are live. The collab you've finally been waiting for. The man himself, Sneako's in the house.
MLD.
Hey, yo, yo, yo. So here we are.
From Tokyo.
The most notorious man right now. Kind of a hot, kind of like got the spotlight on you right now.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I like it personally. I think these people that there apparently is a little controversy going on right now. But honestly, I don't know. These people just need to get to know you. You're a great guy. You really are.
Nice, man.
So, welcome to the show. Welcome to Interview with the Man. First time here in Tokyo, right?
Thank you for showing me around.
Yeah, good time.
Fun.
We had a good time. We were punching each other in the face yesterday. Yeah, my lip is nice and busted up. We got a nice little vlog action coming there. So what are your impressions? You got here yesterday in Tokyo, right? What are you thinking so far?
I am enjoying it. I've been analyzing a lot when we were walking around how you've lived here for 6 years. I'm just trying to think, what has John been doing? Who is he hanging out with? What circles is he in? How have you been here for 6 years?
Bro, I just like...
It doesn't seem like it. You still seem extremely American to me.
Yeah, well, I still keep my personality, but like, at the end of the day, like every time I go back to America, the women just get fatter and more ratchet and more insufferable. And I'm like, thank God, bro. Thank God I do not live in Miami. Like,
no, it's tough. It's tough to find a main chicks. I have a couple girlfriends, but they're scattered. There's one in Romania. There's one in Indiana. There's one Miami one, but it's like, how serious can I take her? She's younger. She's 19. So it's like, 8 body count, which is already pushing it a lot for her age. But it's hard to find girls that you could take seriously in Miami. And even the ones that you could tell like 20, 30 body count are still giving you a lot of attitude, still have a lot of sense of entitlement. Still, you'll go on a date with them and be like, I'm not easy. And especially after traveling, I just came from Bangkok and Dubai, 2 places where, like, realistically, I don't want to speak negatively about Dubai, but prostitution is pretty rampant. Really? Especially Bangkok is like $100 for a girl.
Wow.
For everything. They'll soap you down. They'll be nice to you. They'll do all this stuff. I don't know. That's what I heard. This $100, you can take a girl out of Miami, $250 for dinner and drinks. And then she'll come back to your apartment and be like, I'm not like these other girls. I'm not easy. Okay, you're the girl that's just going to take $250 and then give nothing in return.
And you know what it is too, is because there's 2 problems, right? Number one is the biggest problem with the dating market in America is fat women, because fat women will take a 6 and make her look like an 8 because she doesn't weigh 240 pounds. You know what I mean? And secondly, I mean, the number 1 country in the world with the most amount of simps is America. So you have fat women inflating their value, right? Via them being fat. And these other girls are just like, well, I'm not fat. I'm not like these huge fucking Walmart.
I'm thick.
Yeah. I call them Walmart golems. And I have a ranking system. Like S tier is like, 250 pounds plus. And there's A tier, B, C, D. And then the simps, like, in Miami, dude, these dudes are so pathetic. They have like no self-esteem. They have no backbone. And they enable these girls' bad behaviors. They're like, telling these dudes like, oh, let me just install Venmo on your phone so you can send me money. And these guys are complete fucking pussies. They have no backbone. And so you have a whole like economy of women in Miami that are shitty. That are being rewarded for their shitty behavior. Therefore, they have no incentive to change,
So really, it's going to be funny how it collapses, how the bubble bursts. It reminds me of like the 2008 housing crisis where the banks are giving out loans to everybody. It's kind of like these fat women. They're getting loans from all these dudes. And then eventually the bubble's going to burst, like literally, like their stomach's going to, but there's going to be some sort of simp collapse where this simp economy is going to crash. And I mean, guys my age, I'm 24, you're 36, 37?
37.
So you've seen it shift. You've seen regular dating life. And I think it's probably the philosophy behind your channel. Like, this is how we need to operate now. This is how men need to actually see what's going on and then be able to navigate it. Guys my age, I'm 24, we are more accustomed to this. So we think it's normal for the most part. My generation, I think the TikTok generation, people who grew up with social media are kind of used to this. And so until you step out, until you go to Japan, until you go to Dubai, until you go to Bangkok was the biggest eye opener, because there's like white dudes there are the service there. Like you'll be walking through a section of all these bars and women will be grabbing you like, come here. Like you are worshipped as a man. And at no point has a man ever been accustomed to just having value just for existing? You have to like pay, you need to show clout, you need to have all these accomplishments. So I'm curious to how you think that this is all going to implode. Myron talks a lot about that, like all the moms who are going to have OnlyFans getting bullied. What is the solution? What's going to happen?
Well, look, I told Myron in 2019 that the red pill is going to go mainstream, right? Because it's
blowing up.
As humans, we are trending towards truth, not away. You know what I mean? And people want truth now more than ever. And the thing is this, right? With the chicks in the States, man, I mean, the average chick has now become a hoe. Like when I was in high school, right? I was in high school. This was 2002. And there was one girl, this redheaded girl named Heather with big tits, right? And if you wanted to find the school slut, you went and you hooked up with Heather, and everybody hooked up with Heather, right? So that's the girl you had to go to, right? The majority of the girls had morals, had standards, right?
Right.
Now
every girl is Heather,
exactly.
Yeah.
They're all Heather. And the thing is, women they really can't. They have close to 0% empathy when it comes to what's going on.
No, they don't care.
What are you laughing at?
You're right.
Oh,
the lack of empathy is they don't really.
No,
they can't. They're not able to. They'll never be able to understand the male experience.
No, and that's the thing. So when they have like 0% empathy, and they don't want to hear this, but the whole body count thing, it fucking scrambles their brains. I'm not going to back down on this. Women
can you explain pair bonding? Like how does that happen? I understand, but I need to.
It's not even
you tell me.
It's not even about pair bonding. Fuck the science, right? But if you're a woman and you just keep on getting pumped and dumped by dude after dude after dude, you're like a fucking jaded Vietnam War vet, right? The first 3 people you kill, you're like, oh man, I feel fucking terrible. But after you kill 50 people, you're the guy with the M60 in the helicopter, just like mowing people down,
staring.
Yeah,
that's what you do.
Exactly. And so that's what's happened right now is that these chicks are fucking jaded, like vets of like the horror war, you know? And it's so funny because we have this problem now where like all these soy boys are in control of all these social media platforms, except for Rumble, right? Thank God. And they are pushing this agenda onto these girls. Like nowadays, like if a girl says like, I just want to be a trad wife, stay at home, like be a Christian and like not be a slut, take my money. Other hoes get mad. They're like, what the fuck? What do you mean you don't want to go out and like suck strange dick? Like, what do you mean? You got to be empowered. And it's so weird. Like Japanese music, Korean music isn't about like, get out there, be a slut. I got this nigga to eat my pussy, blah, 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 blah. That's only in America. You know what I mean? And so this filth has kind of created its own echo chamber. And the thing is this, like guys are now en masse waking up, right? You have the guys who are like the part of the red pill movement. You have the black pill movement. You have the MGTOW movement. You have the MRA movement as well, right? And so you have all this fucking shit happening, and the girls are running out of places to go because you know what? People give shit to the MGTOW guys, the black pill guys, whatever. But hey, you know what? At least they're doing something. And
what are the black pill guys doing? I think they're just giving up and like complaining on the internet.
Sure, it's better than simping.
Is it?
Yeah, because they're not incentivizing bad female behavior.
Right. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like they're not incentivizing bad female behavior, and they are putting out material that is like, you know, it's relatively educational. I think they lean too heavy on the looks thing because it's a little too weird. But like what we're having right now is a mass awakening. And the thing is this too, right? Nobody in the world, you've been around the world, you've been to like what, 10 plus countries, right?
Let's say 20.
Where do the guys like, bro, I want to go to America because the girls are fucking the best, bro.
It does not exist.
No, but when you hear that, I want to go to Brazil. Brazilian girls are the shit.
Colombia, Bangkok.
I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Korea. I want to go to fucking
Eastern Europe, Warsaw.
Yeah, Poland, Romania, right? All these beautiful Ukraine before the war, right? But now you have nobody's coming to America. And what's funny is like the girls that are like hoes of my generation now, they're all on TikTok crying because they want relationships, you know? They're sitting there crying. They're making, you don't see men en masse making these videos like, I just want to be in a relationship.
You know what's funny? It was funny. The girl that we were talking about right before,
yeah,
her best friend does crying TikToks. Broke up with their boyfriend, and that's how they found each other, was from the crying algorithm on TikTok. If you're not aware, there's a literal genre of TikTok girls who just get on there and cry. Like, they, instead of trying to improve themselves, they found a way to cope, and it's like a book club for sad girls in their 20s.
Dude. No,
that's her best friend,
bro. Misery loves company. Right? I was dating this girl, right?
Thanks, Iron Frame.
I was gonna thanks, Iron Frame. We're gonna focus more on the conversation, but thanks to the $10 there. Thank one American member
deserves to stay alone, stay woke. You're right. It's tough to break out of that. That's what I'm having a lot of these conversations, guys. Like, if there's younger guys in here, I have been having conversations with MLD and with Myron and all these guys in Dubai, and pretty much they've all given me the same type of advice. And it's just like, really, it's difficult to retrain yourself, to reprogram yourself, because if you are not actively programming, if you're not influencing others, then you are going to be influenced.
Yeah.
And I have been influenced. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, I think what makes my trajectory on the internet interesting is seeing how I made it out of the matrix, unplugging myself, getting out of this woke mindset, stopping simping, becoming better, seeing the truth about a lot of this stuff, about how social media programs you. And still to this point, even though I talk about this professionally, still there's stuff that I'm trying to retrain that simp mindset, because if you're a guy growing up with your phone, if you're a guy growing up in America, it's just what everything you see is pointing you to be a simp. It does not encourage men to be better. You have to go to alternative places. You have to go and watch like streams like this to get, because they're never going to show it in movies, online. It's going to be canceled. Yeah. When I first found the red pill, when I was like 16, 17, I used to read the red pill subreddit. They banned it. They banned it like at around the same time that the Trump subreddit got banned. And now Trump is like, they're putting him in prison. They put Tate in prison. They took his bank accounts. Like, anybody who talks about stuff like that, that's supposed to be awakening towards men, it always gets silenced, because there's a specific reason. I know the blue pill, like the liberals will say like, well, they're traffickers, they're bad people. There's a bigger agenda at play here. If you go to Epstein's Island, all these people, the client list have been out for like 3 years. These people are fine. Biden has an entire crime family syndicate. They're fine. They don't get it. Look at this, the people that always get silenced and censored, that always go to jail. They have a similar message, and there's a reason for that, because they don't want strong men. Yeah, and the thing is this too, when I'm looking at that, and thanks Brienne for your super chat here, and then also thanks to you, Maurice, my personal advice, Sneako, go to Philippines, find a good woman. I plan to go to Manila right after Japan. I'm going on like an Asian tour right now. Bangkok for 4 days, Japan for a week. Gonna go meet Ryan Dawson soon and do a podcast. That's gonna be great. Try to figure out, and I really wanted to get into the Iraq War, 9/11, and Epstein. I want to do a full 9/11 show. Yeah, because I think he's the only 9/11 is totally legit on YouTube. Yeah, no, I love 9/11. A wild Hassan Abi has appeared. America deserves no. They did he's the actual 9/11 truther that really describes it perfectly. That's completely accurate about it. So I'm gonna have a specific show for that. So whenever people are like, what really happened, they can just watch that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is this too, right? With what's happening right now, I think that the reason they are censoring it and they're doing this is because they're afraid. That because I think people are waking up en masse. Okay, because everybody, we can't even talk about a certain thing that people had to take on here. We can't talk about anything. So when they're starting to like fucking censor your speech and people are aware of it, then that's when there's like a big fucking problem. There's a big fucking problem for them. You don't need to delete the cuck chats. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about that. Really. And someone in Zachariah says, "Are you a strong man, Sneako? Debate Moist 1-to-1 face-to-face." I challenged him to a debate. I think I made a mistake challenging him to a fight because it was really obvious he wouldn't fight. No, but I think like a debate at the very least, especially when you could just talk to a camera and like, oh, he owned you, Mags versus Clips. I would love to debate you about any of these subjects, but he won't do it because like dude, listen, he would never debate. Bro, everybody in the chat, I would. Of course I would. I would debate anybody. Those things, those people on Twitch are so just like hungry for conflict. I don't think Twitch is a good platform. I don't like it.
And then all the people just like run in their mouth. It is what it is. Like that's all they're gonna do. I stay away from that shit. I stay away from drama. I don't want any beef with anybody. If you want to say something to me negatively, I'm just gonna block you. I don't have fucking time for that. Because these people are gonna do whatever they want to do. You're not gonna change their personality or anything. But like, you know, like the whole thing about you being the whole cuck thing, right? You went to a swingers club. Your girlfriend slept with somebody in front of you, and people.
I did a couple swap, and I hated it, and we stopped. And I said on the podcast it was traumatizing. I hated doing it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean.
So the thing is this, right? You made a mistake. Did you forgive yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then fuck the world. If you forgave yourself for the mistake.
No, it doesn't bother me. That's why I'm saying you don't need to delete that. They're gonna continue saying that for probably a long time.
But I mean, at the end of the day, though, like you're super accomplished. You hit $1 million at your very young age. You're hanging out with people like Kanye West. You're meeting influential people.
Well, thanks, man.
No, it's serious. Like am I lying?
It's
you know, you're doing big things, and these people can sit there and they can run their mouth. But at the end of the day, you're just a fucking young man. You made a mistake. Like, show me somebody who's fucking what did Jesus say? Let ye without sin cast the first stone, right? Like these people are just talking all this shit, but you're just a young man that made a mistake. I've made mistakes in life before. Everybody's made mistakes. Mistakes are okay, but if you keep repeating them, it's not okay. So if you keep doing this cuck shit,
if I was going back to swinger parties, then it would be. I understand that, but I think that's why people latch onto that because they see that it clearly upset me and bothered me.
Yeah, you know, and it's so retarded. Ryan, thanks so much. They want you to think you're alone, even though you're not alone. Yeah, exactly. I think we're the silent majority. You know what I mean? So like, tell me about Sneako is in Japan. Tell me about the origin of Sneako, because how long you been streaming?
Not even a year.
No. Yes, you have.
No. I started streaming.
I mean, sorry,
May of last year.
On YouTube.
I started before on BotTube, and shout out to Rumble. Someone in the chat mentioned that Steven Crowder had almost 200K live. Rumble is really taking over. Yeah. And also, shout out to me. Can I get some WCs in the chat? Just hit 200K on Rumble. Watch like when I start passing a lot of the shit talkers on Rumble on an alternative platform. When I get more subscribers than you have on your mainstream platforms, then it's gonna get scary. It's gonna get scary, but it's not gonna be the silent majority anymore once it really takes over. But Japan, what was the question? What I think about Japan so far?
No. How
long I've been doing YouTube?
Yeah,
I've been doing YouTube for 10 years. If anyone doesn't know, before I got banned, I was banned for certain things. I keep forgetting that I'm on YouTube. There's so many things I want to talk about, and that's why I want to debate these people, because like the subjects that I talk about all the time on Rumble, you cannot even repeat like that. And MLD's on the same page about that. For anybody in the chat, like I know. Red pill, it goes bigger than just relationships. It's just the truth.
Yes.
And so you find the truth about, you know, things that are medical, racial dynamics. You just have to be honest about the world, because nobody can really be honest. They'll lie and say things like, I don't see race. Big Pharma's good. People don't live in reality. But
well, Anne Ryan said you can deny reality, but you cannot deny the consequences of denying reality. And you
said that like you said it. You said it.
What's that?
You sounded like him when you said that.
You know, but the thing is this, right? When this is a boiling pot, right? And guys, like the thing is this, American men are waking up and they're realizing, like, especially due to internet and like being able to see into other countries through YouTube, through Instagram, whatever the case may be, they can see these feminine women, they could see these graceful women, they could see all these things, and they're realizing like, yo, there are greener pastures out there. And like, I'm just not going to fucking sit around and tolerate this. You know what I mean? And they're not going to go back. It's like, have you ever had like a really nice filet mignon?
Yeah.
Right. And then after that, you go back to like chuck steak and you're like, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. You know, once you taste that filet mignon, you can't undo that. You know what I mean? When guys, and especially if a guy, like for me, I always tell guys, take the Asia pill, right? When you come to Asia, the people in general, respectful. I mean, you see Japan and how clean it is, how modest the women are, how everybody dresses well. There's no fucking fentanyl tweakers in the street. There's no like racial, there's no racial tensions.
There's no BLM. Just people are civilized. People respect each other. What I really like is everyone's like, hello.
Yeah.
Bow. It's really strange seeing manners.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a nation of manners, right? So you see that, and I come here, and then I go to Miami, and I fucking go to Moxie's at 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, yo, get me out of this place. This place is like fucking Waffle House, you know? So when you have all that, it's just not fucking something you want to be dealing with at all.
The Asia pill. What do you think that how mixed? What's your racial background?
So my dad,
because some white people would say race mixing is degenerate, so you shouldn't go.
Well, I'm a dirty little halfling myself. So what should I do? Just fucking kill myself? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
You know, what should I do? Just stop living because I'm half race?
Stop. Yeah.
But no, my dad, he was white, and my mom is Indian from Trinidad and Tobago. You just met her, you know. She's you know, so that's my mix. But I don't really care what, like, I don't know. I think people think they're gonna live forever, and they think they're way more important than they are. You know,
I'm saying my mic is low. Chad, it sound good, or just I wasn't talking into it?
I think you got to talk into it a little bit.
I'm being a bot. It's impossible to walk and eat in Tokyo. There's so much traffic everywhere you go. It's like a human sea.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Asians here.
A lot of them.
A lot of Asians.
Yeah, big time. You know, so you're obviously like traveling the world and stuff. Like, when you go to Miami, like that's one thing I noticed too when I'm in Miami. I don't know. Can you just like feel the sin and filth in the air in Miami?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I feel it when I get there. I'm like, oh, like I need to like go pray. Like I just feel like super fucking haram. You know,
haram! They don't believe in God here.
They don't, but they do believe in decency and morality and self-respect, and like not being fat is a big part of self-respect. You know, I don't know. It's just like
there's no fat people here, chat. Dude, there's none.
There's virtually fucking no fat people here. It's the lowest obesity rate in the world. Well-mannered people, and it's just, I don't know. It's wild. So you started your YouTube career or your online career, what, 16?
14.
14. Wow.
14 years old. Before I hit puberty. That was the bad part. That's what I say a lot. Getting banned was like, I treated YouTube as my diary.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was documented. I never deleted it. All these fucking simps would delete their videos. Oh, I just want to make sure I didn't say making mistakes. I showed all my mistakes and I showed my growth. I think that was a really important part of my online journey, is like being able to talk about stuff that made me uncomfortable, talking about mistakes I've made, being authentically myself. I'm sure you said that you binge watch my videos. Meeting me in person, am I any different? No,
you're completely the same.
That's what everybody says, is that I'm just myself online. So when they deleted all of that, that was all erased. And I think that was, I mean, they did reinstate Trump on YouTube recently, but
yeah.
We'll see what happens. Well, I think that would be good. I would never post on YouTube again regularly. I'm Team Rumble, but if they could just I just want to be able to see that, you know,
you want your data back.
Yeah. Like look at the comments, look at the times I posted it, just remember all like the view count and everything. That would have been great.
Yeah. Let's see what Joker's got. $9.99.
Joker says, John is one of the base Red Pill creators. Could Sneako introduce John to Iman Gadzhi, Luke Belmar Fuentes? Love to see those collabs. W Sneako, W John. If they come to Japan, yeah, I'll definitely tell them to pull up to the studio.
Where's Iman? He's in Dubai.
He's in Dubai. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Dubai this year, so it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, man, like I don't know I don't know. For you, it's just like with the trolling of those idiots on Twitch, like they're all retards. Just don't even fucking do it.
No, I mean, but this is what it is, chat. And people in the chat, they're noticing it a lot. They're seeing like the haters come in and talk about this stuff. The best response to this is just showing people a different type of life that you can live.
Yeah.
We're talking about everybody, all the simps that are living in the West that don't see what's going on, that are living in a godless society. While I'm traveling the world and I have people who are all 5-10 years older than me, all fat, nerds, pasty. Like realistically, I'm not saying it to be insulting. They just sit in their room and they don't travel. They don't do anything. They're just in their room playing video games and then talking smack about me.
Yeah.
I'm traveling the world right now. I haven't been to Japan before. This is my second day here. I just went to Thailand. I'm traveling with friends that I met in Dubai.
Right.
We're going to go to the Philippines next. It's like while they're blah, blah, blahing about my entire life and continue to talk about my past and not act as if I change, let's look at the present. You are in the exact same position that you were in 5 years ago.
Yeah.
You have not changed your life. You are extremely fat. You never go outside. You add no value to your audience. There's a clear problem that's happening with the world, and you're not addressing it because you want to continue to game, continue to be on websites that promote hot tub girls, that promote degeneracy, that promote gambling, garbage. Yeah. And I'm here trying to tell you the truth about this stuff. I'm showing you that if you make money online, you could be able to travel the entire world. There's an alternative path out there. If you wake up and unplug yourself from this, you don't need to live within the confines of social media or what the West is promoting. Right. This is what I'm doing while they continue to make videos about me every single day. And yeah, I know it's annoying when the haters come in and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, at this point, I'm used to it. They're going to continue to talk about me. And also at the same time, I got canceled. I was removed off of social media, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. They won't shut up about me.
Yeah.
Now I'm trending every single day. I was just on the phone with the Rumble CEO. He's like, yeah, your name's everywhere. I don't know why. I was canceled. These idiots don't see. This is free promotion.
Yep.
I needed this.
Yep.
They tried to get rid. When I got banned, Jadion came to my apartment in Miami, and he's like, bro, I didn't know. I thought it was over for you. He has 5 million. He's like, I thought it was done.
Yeah.
You know how many like people, my fans are like, Sneako's gonna go broke. People thought when I was removed that it was over for me.
Right.
That was the common consensus. He had a good run. I ain't going nowhere. I'm on Rumble, hit 200K today. All the Matrix agents won't shut the fuck. Yes, they continue to talk about my fast and stuff like this. But look, now a lot of people know about me. Now they're going to be curious and see what I'm doing. So while you continue to talk about my past, I'm showing you what I'm doing in the future. Who's winning?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, hate always comes from beneath, right? And they can just sit there and they run their fucking mouths. But that's what I say when I get haters too. And they say everything like, you're old, you're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. My favorite one is this. You couldn't make it in America, so you went to Japan where it's easier to make it as a person. That's what they tell me. You couldn't make it in America, so you came to Japan where there's the hardest language barrier in the world, including the built-in. They actually do have systemic racism here, which I don't give a fuck. It's their country, right? And I still became the fucking man. But so they're always going to run their fucking mouths because that's all they can do.
But it's funny too, because like how wrong that is. Like, how many Japanese people are watching this stream? Probably 3.
Yeah.
It's everybody here is American. Let's be honest. Sneako, I'm part of the peaceful protest in Miami. Would be honored to have you a part of this. MLD would love to have you a part of this cause as well. Keep doing God's work. God bless you for the Tates. Alpha Male MLD. Make sure all these protests, we're not BLM, we're not Antifa. Make sure it's peaceful because this is under a microscope. All the Tate fans are going to get scrutinized or being watched, just like all the haters that are trying to criticize me. They're going to do the same thing with the Tates because they want to destroy the red pill. They want to destroy people who are talking about this thing. So make sure you're extremely respectful. They want to take anything. Look what happened to J6. Make sure it's calm. Make sure it's perfect. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to be there. I'm traveling the world right now. If I am back, I will show up.
Yeah, definitely. And so with that situation, I mean, again, going back to it, like, that seems to be the new MO. Like, if you can't beat them, imprison them with a political hit job. Like, that's what they're doing with Trump right now. Did you see Ron DeSantis yesterday came out and said, like, the DA from New York got $1 million donation from George Soros to put this fucking political hit on Trump.
I heard that DeSantis was involved in that, but
he came out and said he was not
defending Trump.
He was saying he's not part of that. He's like, this guy's he literally said yesterday, like,
I don't know if I trust DeSantis.
I think the way he put it was very well, because he said, like, this is fucking a clear political hit job. And they did it to Bolsonaro because there's questions about their election, which was totally legit.
You can't. That's one of the.
I love
Susan's
you, Susan.
Gone,
I love you. Rest in peace, Susan. Who's next?
Some Indian guy.
Yeah, I know. It's like, he's a white guy. Is he an Indian guy? Oh, maybe I think he is.
It's a brown guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
He's 7-11 brown, not 9-11 brown.
So yeah, you have this whole fucking situation with that, and then Bolsonaro, and then recently in Pakistan they had like the populist leader win, because the populist leaders are winning all around the world, but then they're underhanding them and then charging
allegedly.
Them with stuff.
I don't think that's
allegedly.
True. Yeah, allegedly.
They had a coup recently in Pakistan
for the same thing. The populist one.
Yeah, I think it was a woman. Populist woman won.
A woman.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a populist woman. She won, and then there was a coup and they took her over. So I don't know, but I think ultimately I believe in the truth. I believe in the truth always prevailing. You know what I mean? Like, it came out in your life. Look where you are. You're not here because you believed lies and delusions, right? You're here because you got the truth.
It's tough to tell the truth.
It is,
because how many people live lies and want you to live that lie as well? Like, for example, there's some people calling me a pedo in the chat because a gamer who is much went and said that me defending a movie makes me a pedo. Okay, this is the stupidest allegation. Like, just look at me. Mm-hmm. Why would I want to be a pedo? The people who are always pedophiles are people who look like they watch anime all day, are people that game all day. Yeah. There are always the Minecraft YouTubers always come out having weird messages. People who play video games are pedos. Is there anyone genuinely here who thinks that I'm a pedo?
No.
That's just one that it's like, okay, bro.
No.
And that's actually what I want to debate about, because we've been talking back and forth. I've been defending that movie for years.
Yeah,
I would love to debate about that. I don't want to go and just yell and insult. I would love to go and debate this movie and tell you why it's good and why it actually pushes Islamic values and why it's telling you that TikTok is destroying girls' minds and how involving yourselves in social media too early can corrupt you and how it's bad for you.
Yeah. I mean, and the movie you're talking about is Cuties, right? Yeah. And so they advertised it. It just like showed these little girls going and getting involved in a twerking contest, but it showed like this family coming from, you told me it was Western Africa?
Yeah. I think they're Senegalese, and she moved to France, her and her family, which is a westernized society. You see all the destruction that's happening in Paris right now.
Yeah.
And I even talked to the director, and she was happy that I talked about that. It's a woman who's showing what happens when you go on social media too much. You could even see that with Ye's kids. Right. Ye was saying he didn't want to have his daughters on TikTok, and then they got divorced, and now Kim Kardashian's putting the kids all over TikTok. And there's a lot of people that they look at this, they're looking at it dancing. It's gross. Yeah. It's trying to show that. So what I saw in the movie.
Yeah, give the context to it, because it's a family from Africa moves to France. They have traditional values. They're Muslim.
Islamic, yes.
Right.
Ramadan's coming up. And then while she goes to school, she meets her friends, and they're on TikTok, and they want to do a dance competition. And then ends up being like too revealing and gross. And then the parents are really disappointed about her. And then she ends up returning to Islam.
And she puts on the hijab.
She puts on the hijab at the end of the movie.
Gives away the whoredom lifestyle.
Yes.
And goes back to God.
Yes. And then I think they take away her phone, and she stops doing that.
That's
what the movie is. But people just see the clips. Gamers will see the clips, and it's projection. It always is, because their hard drive is weird. And so they see those clips, they see the clickbait, and they're like, well, I'm not a pedo. I'm not a pedo. This is bad. Watch the movie. You should not watch that movie and be like, it should be disgusting. I was watching like, this is wow. I can't believe I never really empathized with the female experience growing up on TikTok until I saw that movie. But nobody understood it, because a lot of it is just projection.
And then, when you let your daughter or whatever get on Snapchat at like age 13, 14, 15, like, you ever see the filth that they just, the news that they put on Snapchat? I mean, people are fucking crazy. Yesterday, I saw something on Twitter that said fucking drinking coffee is racist. And then today I saw something on Twitter that says drinking milk is white supremacist and naked and racist. So if you put milk in your coffee, you're fucking double racist. I don't know. These people are just, they're losers. They have nothing better to do. They're self-hating. And they see people like us, successful, good-looking, happy, rich.
It's
and they get angry. They get big fucking mad. There's two types of people when you become guys like us. People who want to learn from you, which is like 10% of the population, and people who want to fucking hate on you and drag you down, which is 90% of the population. And that's just what
I would hate me too. If I was a gamer and I was much older than me, I was out of shape, I would look at me. I'm telling the truth. I got canceled. I'm still doing fine. I'm traveling the world. I'm 6'2". I'm hot as shit. I'm meeting up with my heroes. People respect me. I have an audience that I grew faster, like in a year, than a lot of these people did doing 10 years of gaming content. Like I get it. So you need to make a video and say Sneako's terrible. Word for Sneako's horrible. Yeah. I hate Sneako. YouTube should ban Sneako. Yeah. They see what I'm doing, and they look at their content, and all it is bringing people down. All it is spreading negativity. That will never get canceled. It will never get taken down. They want you to bring down your energy. They want you to be believing in lies. So they take down me. When I start waking people up, I start exposing the truth. I start telling you how to make money online, a different alternative path. I start exposing the truth about a lot of these things. They need to get rid of it. So I understand. It's really empathy, and why I would debate any of these people. And that's why they won't do it. They'll just make documentaries. They'll just make hit piece videos. They will just talk about my past, because you have nothing to talk about with the future. You don't know what's going on. You have no points. You need me to fail like you, but I won't. And this is a turning point right now for the rest of the year. Now that I've been trending like for days on Twitter, you see the people in the chat, you see them saying this, watch me just continue to grow, continue to elevate. They want me so bad. They're like, he must be getting bullied. He must feel bad like me. I'm in Tokyo with MLD, man. Like, I'm not gonna fail. I refuse to lose. No, I'm not gonna let these nerds.
Yep. And I'm popping off too. I'm about 183 subscribers here, almost at 200. I was trying to get to 100, within like by the end of this year, but I popped off, and I didn't even go on this tour like with the big aspirations. I just met that insufferable bitch, and I was just like, you're like awful person. You're loud, you're obnoxious, your point of views are terrible, and no one's ever told you this in your life because you're just too obnoxious to deal with. And then boom, 100 million views, So I don't know, with everything that's happening right now.
That was like one of the most successful tours I've seen. Like when I first met you in Miami, and then going on all the podcasts, like the growth is real. The red pill's hot right now.
Yeah,
red pill's hot. So anybody watching, I encourage you to get on this train and then just stop coping. I mean, it's just a better lifestyle.
Yeah. Somebody says, MLD, did you remove the nose piercing? Yeah, I did.
Nose piercing?
I got it in Canada, and then I took it out. I took it out because I wanted to spar. We had a good sparring session yesterday. Yeah, shout out to $2 super chat there. He says the movie was good, but had a good message, but poor execution. I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, I think that just people will look at a 2-second clip of something and freak out without any context, without any logic. And again, the projection is real. There's some fucking loser allegedly in Brazil trying to sue me, and he accused me of being married and having sex with transsexual women. Guess who's married and having sex with transsexual
It's always
women?
the people who accuse you of stuff like this that's doing it themselves. It's always Cope. I can't wait for the same people talking shit about me, for them to get exposed for exactly what you're trying to accuse me of, just like what happened with you.
Yeah, you know. And so with all this shit, it's I don't know, it's retarded. Let me ask you this. What are your futures now? Because you're obviously hot shit on Rumble. Do you get like what 15, 20,000 people per live stream?
That's pushing. I don't think it's. I haven't streamed in a while.
What is it then?
Weeks. I would say, 5 to 10,000.
Oh, what a fucking loser! Only 5 to 10,000. I've got 274 people watching me now, dude. You're killing it. And then when you were live streaming on YouTube, what were you getting?
It was 8 to 15.
Yeah, bro. You know, so you lost a little momentum, but you got the Rumble.
Bringing it back. No, I think, and this is advice for anybody who saw the entire shitstorm on Twitter from all these all of YouTube, bro. All the nerds just dropped hit piece videos about it. It's basically the same strategy that Trump used. You talk smack about the competition, they start seething, they continue to talk about you. Yep. And even though it's getting silenced everywhere, even though they actively tried to silence it, the nerds could not, CNN could not stop saying Trump, 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 Trump. And then the people who are real, and this is why you need to be real for this to work, because you just got to trust yourself. What is real will prosper. The truth will always win. Right. I know I'm real. I know I'm telling the truth. So while they continue to see and try to bring me down, power through and accept the free marketing. Yep. I got canceled and they won't shut up.
Yep. I call them my unpaid marketing team, my interns, spreading the good word of MLD, because I got a bunch of those retards after me too. But that's the thing. Like, I don't know, man. Like there's people out there, like, look at all these girls, for example, the trad wives, right? Who are just getting on TikTok like, hey, bake a cake. Don't be a slut and love your husband. And when we're like, oh, you fucking whores, like you're just slaves, you're dumb, you're oppressed, you're just a dumb, you're just a dumb slut. Why don't you go out and suck a bunch of strangers' dicks like me? It's just like, what the, like, it makes no sense. Like these people are just miserable and they have access to the internet. You know what the biggest thing that changed my life was in 2021? You know what the bell curve is? Yeah. 50% of people are 100 IQ or less. That's a fucking coin toss. 50%. That's terrifying.
What is it in Japan?
The average IQ here is like 105, so it's just 4 points higher. So that just really gives me a lot of perspective on life when I'm just like, oh wait, you're a fucking moron. And the thing about the internet, it gave a lot of people a voice, but it also gave a lot of people a voice that probably shouldn't have one. I don't know. Just looking at everything, it's just it's funny. But the thing is, no matter what, haters are gonna fucking be haters. And at the end of the day, I say this shit, right? You can sit there and you can hate on me, but when I turn off this camera, we're guys that make millions, and you're you. We just end the stream right there.
You loaded up this complicated video.
Yeah, no, you want to see it? Keep fighting the good fight. Because I wanted to show you something too, right? So with this, I wanted to show this complicated video because I wanted to show this chick. Have you seen this girl? This fucking chick.
Yes, I have.
Okay, actually, I
reacted to this video with Myron actually.
So there's a white girl in there that's just like, she's saying that. Actually, you don't have headphones. It's gonna be fucking hard.
I know this video. I've seen it.
You want to do it? I'm gonna share it. But there's a girl there that's just like, let me show you for example.
Did you talk to her in Miami on the tour?
Ew, she's in Miami?
Well, she's been on all the same podcasts.
Oh, is that her? It's Tay B. Is this her?
Yes.
No. What does she do?
She's just a girl on TikTok. She's just a woman.
Just another idiot with a voice.
Right, but I'm saying, why do you think so many men are traveling overseas to find wives in other countries?
Men are traveling overseas to find wives. Why? I'm right here. I'm single.
No,
Why? I want to be married.
Right, but I'm saying, do you typically see women traveling overseas
If
to find
men are
husbands?
traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education, it's because they want a woman who is dependent on them for their livelihood, for their resources.
The same bitch will say, I want a guy that makes $500,000 a year and I don't want to do anything. I just want to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah, it's very and this is the picking. This is the dating market in the U.S.
Dude, it's disgusting.
She looks like Pete Davidson.
And she's got that raspy cigarette voice. I think one of my favorite things she says is right here when he asked her the question right here.
Kind of creeping its way in just little by little.
What do you think the reason that men are not like satisfied with the women in this country and they're looking elsewhere outside?
Men aren't satisfied with the women in this country? Where are you getting this off of?
Well, Passport Bros and 90 Day Fiance. I mean, obviously there's a movement about that.
That is the outlier. That is the exception to the rule. I don't think the majority of men are not happy with women in this country.
That's one if you are unsatisfied with American women.
Just
you're going to say it's the exception.
I'll lead the charge with my one, But
shut up and take my money.
It's funny because like they are truly out of touch with reality. They really are out of touch. Like if you watch these chicks, and they're everywhere. They're on Courtney Ryan's channel. They're on Fresh and Fit. They're on the whatever podcast. They're on Pearl's channel. They're a bunch of fucking NPCs all saying the same shit. Like, what do you want? 6 foot guy, 6-figure salary, 6-pack abs, 6-inch dick. And it's just like, so, okay. So you all tell me how unique and special you are again. Like, tell me your unique. Let me guess. You hate Trump, right? You hate Trump. You pro-abortion. You love Starbucks. You think big is beautiful. You totally support. You march at the Black Lives Matter thing.
And they want a traditional man. They want a man to provide and pay for everything. And they're not traditional women anymore.
No.
They have OnlyFans. They're ran through. They want to be independent queens, and they still want the same guy that was leading the household in the 1920s.
No, it's
garbage, man. And this is the collapse, and this is just always the brink of the red pill. Watching these women and seeing this. If this is what you have to come home to after a long day of work and being part of the matrix, and this is who's gonna cook your fruit, like then things are gonna collapse, man.
No, it's only a matter of time. It's really hilarious. I think this next segment is the most like she's so low key racist when she says this next thing here.
Unsatisfied.
Maybe it's not the majority of men, but it's starting to become a movement.
Well, fuck you. Go away. Go find your women wherever you want. If you're not satisfied, I don't know what to tell you. If you want a woman who barely even speaks English and just has to suck your dick, go for it.
Well, I'm just asking on behalf of.
So Japanese women barely speak English, go suck your dick. Korean women
speaking English too much that's unattractive. I'd rather you don't speak English. It's gonna be a better relationship if you just do those things.
Yeah, and it's funny how
why does she think that we want to talk to her? Who told her that?
No. And girls like her, because the thing is, women want relationships, but in the States, but they don't have relationship skills. They really don't.
It's so simple too. That's one thing I've been realizing, like talking to you here.
Yeah.
Just how simple it is
to catch a guy.
Like, and let this be a lesson for anyone watching, especially the haters. This is especially to you. I'm 6'2". I'm rich. I'm successful. I'm young. And I'm having relationship problems. Imagine what it's like for the average guy. You guys like all day long, you're a cook. You guys, I was cheating, stuff like that. I felt bad. I went to a swinger party because I got shamed and guilted and stuff like that.
Yep.
If I'm at the level that I'm at after years and years and years of hard work, just imagine what it's like for you. Even the people that hate me the most, can't you relate to are you loving the dating life in the West? Is it really that fun? I'm here being completely honest about it, trying to be real, trying to do the right thing, trying to be honest on these videos and all these podcasts. And it's difficult. Like I was talking to MLD before, it's like, fuck. And I shouldn't be having these problems. Like the trajectory that my career is on, it should just be focused. It should be. But women are so delusional to this point. They're so controlled. There's so much programming. It's still something that I have to actively navigate. So I'm just thinking, like, imagine what it's like for the average guy. And I'm not saying that to flex. I'm saying that as an actual analysis. I was in Dubai with Myron, and we sat down at a bar, and then the owner of the bar comes down, and we're with two girls, and we get free drinks. And I enjoy the drink. I'm sipping it, and I got kind of pissed off. I'm drinking my free drink. I'm like, Myron, we had to do these podcasts. We've had to go live every single night. We have to lose hair follicles talking to these brainwashed NPCs. I have to go get canceled telling people the truth. I have to go fight all these nerds to get the same treatment as a 5.
Yeah.
A 5 can walk into a bar and here's a drink. Can I have a hug? They had to go and watch this, and like the owner of the bar is like, yeah, you guys, I'm glad you're here, stuff like that. It's tough for the average guy, man. And
then they're kind of just gotten pushed to the brink. They're just like, you know what? Fuck it. And honestly, I was watching MTR. He was on Pearls shit the other day.
Yeah, you should talk to me, right?
No, I don't know, but I don't know the guy, but I think he makes good content. But he was saying something like guys would rather on a Friday night go to a fucking LAN party, order pizza, and play Call of Duty all night, than go to a club and try to pick up some girl that's probably going to talk shit and has already been ran through.
Because it's a better use of your time. You're going to have more fun. I like doing it. I enjoy dating and I enjoy interacting with women for putting in the reps.
Yes.
I see it as like going to the gym and understanding female nature.
Right.
And when I get to I'm 24, I want to get to the point where I'm 30, you know, in my own late 30s. They say that men peak from 35 to 45. Like that's so when I get to that point, I know all the moves. I know how to bob and weave. I know how to parry and like just all the female nonsense. Slip.
Yep.
I see it as training, going on these terrible dates, talking to a lot of these girl bosses so that I could finally, and also it makes it entertaining for the frustration. Makes
Yeah.
You know?
And like you're surrounded by the thing that's great about you and your network is you're surrounded by guys like, Steven, right? Steven in Dubai who lives in Poland. He's an OG, right? Myself, you got people like Sartorial Shooter, you got people like TK, all these guys in your corner who are like telling you what they have learned over their years of life and the wisdom they have done. And they're not like some dude that works at Walmart either. These dudes are all rich. They're all successful. They're all in the top 1%, so you have such great fucking potential for your future. That's why when I see, I hear you having any bullshit trouble from any girl, I'm like, bro, fucking take her back. I always tell them, get them a blanket because the fucking streets are cold.
She belongs to the street.
I have this one right here. When you tell me about shit that girls do like that, I just say, okay, very easily known. Got an OnlyFans? So you got it. I think a guy's too afraid to identify a hoe and label her as a hoe. And I'm saying, you want to be a hoe? Hey, be a hoe. But men don't marry hoes, and hoes don't know how to be wives. Hoes don't know how to be fucking girlfriends. They only know one thing, which is hoeing. Ryan says, question for both of you. If someone's going to start doing vids, would you recommend go YouTube, Rumble, or both?
I would do both.
And
I would try to funnel people. Rumble's growing a lot. So actually, I think it's getting easier. At first, like people are saying this, I'm like, just use YouTube and then try to funnel people. But Rumble is growing a lot. So it's definitely something worth investing your time into now.
Yep. Jordan Hernandez, W Stream. Do you think fellows appreciate Cigars Rage? $10. No excuse for average. Be best version of yourself.
Look, I want to go back to that point. The average guy is fucked. It's over. Like you see what's happening with the banks right now. They're arresting Trump, and you see like the type of agenda that where the world is going. If you've analyzed the world in the last 3 years, there's nothing else you could do but just understand the average guy is fucked.
I disagree. I think in Miami, yes. I think you're brainwashed by all these fucking.
By being in the city,
dude. Miami's disgusting. The women are disgusting. I met a bartender in Miami. I work in Vendome, right? And she was hot. And I was just like, give me your Instagram. I was hammered. I was just, give me your Instagram. I know this is not going to go anywhere, but I just want to see it. I look at her highlights. Her first highlight is a close-up of her pussy with a fucking bikini and a scorpion right next to her pussy. I was like, that's all I need to see. That's all I need to see. I don't care how beautiful you are. This bitch is fucking crazy, and this is trouble. How does that make any sense? If we were to put on a fucking Speedo and put a fucking scorpion on the front, and that was the first thing on our lights, they would report our shit and get deleted.
You go to jail.
You go to jail, right? Or it would be like slammed with a bunch of gay dudes blowing you up all the time. But seeing that shit and seeing in Miami, it's crazy. But no, dude, if you go to,
I understand for city, for like if you live in a city, then the average guy's fucked.
If you go to like Oklahoma, Kentucky, Arkansas.
But it costs a lot of money if you want to get a farm and provide for family. You need to have at least $1 million.
I don't think so.
No,
my brother is 31. He has 3 kids. His wife, they got married when they're 20. Christian family. He just started making $80,000 a year. They were poor, and there was 3 kids, all homeschool. They're based as fuck. They don't like He's
monogamous, right?
Yeah, they're monogamous. They're happy,
okay. Yeah,
and they're and she's happy too. right? Because the chicks that are like constantly needing this dopamine hit of fucking stimulation or drugs or alcohol or sex or dating apps or whatever fucking vice they have, these chicks are fundamentally broken. Bro, decent women, Miami's the new LA, okay? Decent women don't say, you know what? I'm going to fucking go to Miami and I'm going to fucking try to be somebody, but with my OnlyFans account. They don't say that. Decent women like, I just want to have kids and like, you know, bake pies for my babies. That's what like normal, regular women say.
I guess the average guy is unless they have a religious life completely and they're monogamous and they just have their family. But for the guys that want to really like become something, and if you have the aspirations to like make a name for yourself and impact the world and conquer stuff like that, the average guy is not going to be able to make that impact.
I agree with you.
If you just want to have a family, stuff like that, which is good, which is actually you got to avoid all this nonsense.
Yeah.
But if you want to make a name for yourself and leave your mark in the world and all this stuff, then the average guy can't do it.
I do. I saw Destiny saying something, and I do agree with him when he was saying like that he believes like the average guy could go out, use Tinder, and get some fucking booty. I do believe that. I don't think it's that. I don't think all these women are fucking all the top tier men. In Miami, like whoredom capital USA, yes, definitely. All right, I met some fucking bitch who was fat. She was a fat white girl on the yacht party, right? We were exchanging Instagrams, and then after she saw I had like 24,000 subscribers, she's like, oh, I didn't know you were somebody. And I was just like, I'm sorry, who? But I am. But I was just like, I'm sorry, who are you to like cast this judgment on me? Like, please, what are your achievements? Oh, you have OnlyFans and you got fucked by Myron? Like, that's the highlight of your fucking life. So I don't know. Just seeing that kind of shit is just like, dude, these like they're like modern women are clearly living in a delusion. They are all brainwashed, man. I gotta give props to fucking Zuckerberg and all these cucks, man. Women, what's the funniest thing to you, like with the modern women and all this stuff, they have given all the opportunities. They have been giving extra help, extra fucking boost everywhere, across all social media platforms, across all government agencies, across all voting parties, across everything. What have they done with these power? What have they done with their power? They have become the fattest people on the planet, like literally the fattest women on the planet. They are engaging in so much delusion that they have actually changed to see it. When I went back to the States, I couldn't believe when I saw the fat women in Victoria's Secret. I couldn't believe that shit. Not only were the fat with stretch marks, I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. Like when my Asian girlfriends see that shit, they're like, no. She's like, this is a joke. She's like, they do that in America. You know, if you're ugly here, you can't work at Zara. Like they just won't hire you. You know, they won't hire you. So I just look at that, and then, you know, drug addiction. Women now in America binge drink more than men. You know, and let's just talk about like the murderous rampage that these chicks go on with abortion too, to top it off. Think about how sexually irresponsible you have to be to have not only one abortion, but 2 abortions or 3 abortions.
It's a graveyard.
These chicks are getting like fucking point cards at the fucking abortion centers, you know, murder 10 babies, get your 11th for free, you know? So for me, I laugh at it and I let them do whatever they want to do. But at the end of the day, I just know that they're self-destructing, and all we need to do is just continue to live our lives, our healthy lives, our mentally healthy lives, our physically healthy lives. And they're eventually going to destroy themselves. There's going to be a big wave of death in like 10 years of all the fucking fat people in America who like believed in this fat acceptance. Because how many fat people you know that are after the age of 50?
I don't really talk to that many fat people.
You should go a 1-minute podcast with all those fat fucks. Be like, how old are you? You know? Do you know anybody over the age of 50? Because they all die, 45, 47, 48, heart attack. #1 killer in America, you know?
And it's celebrated.
So, yeah. I just let them march to your fucking death. Go ahead. Go die. Get out of my way. You know? Aaron Clary talks about his plan to like Operation Evil when he just wants to fucking write the women and sell the bullshit that they fucking want to hear. So I don't know. I'm optimistic because I know for guys like us, who work on ourselves. I mean, this is my message right here. Obviously, money, muscles, game, frame. This is what I tell every guy: make money, make muscles, learn game, hold frame. Those 4 things, they're not going to steer you wrong at all. Yep. You know, they're not going to steer you wrong. That's my message. My message isn't hypergamy, red pill, any of that shit. The red pill community adopted me. I'm the fucking MLD pill. I'm the me pill. But my message to every young man is very simple. If from the age of 16, you focus on making money, which is every man is desire, like every man is expected to provide financially. Making muscles, which is just not being fat. Learning game, which is helping you decide which is a good woman, which is a bad woman. And holding frame, which is having boundaries and establishing them and then enforcing them. If you do those things, tell me how you're going to fucking lose as a man. I mean, money, muscles, game frame. What else do men want?
Threesomes.
That's under the game category.
Okay. You got it. Mike
game,
says,
game and frame.
Mike says, I'm in Orlando, starting to get like Miami. That's why I'm looking out east, mate, to Japan. How many passport bros are on here? I feel like your channel, a lot of people that watch this, you got a lot of passport bros in here.
Right? I don't even know, man.
Oma, thanks for the 10,
Shut
says
up
the
and
person
take
turns
my
me off when
money.
women have, or how do I put the chat on the screen?
You got it. Yeah, that's what you just, if you click on this here, you can just put it on the screen. These
Okay.
that's why I had it in front.
StreamYard. The person turns me off when women have 4 out of
Shut
every
up
10
and take my
photos on
money.
their IG with drinks in their hands. The idea of first date is drinks. It's an immediate red flag. Your thoughts? I agree. Just women drinking alcohol is kind of a turnoff too. So why are you drink? Did you see that there's a stat that women are starting to outdrink men in the West?
Yeah.
Women are binge drinking more than men in the West now.
Yeah.
And that just kind of describes the entire lifestyle. So they're all going out. They're all having casual sex more than men. There's more women having casual sex than men.
Yeah. No, I mentioned that too. That the fucking they're binge drinking men, and I got in trouble on fucking Valuetainment. This girl, they'll ask me like, "What's your ideal woman?" Like, if I have an ideal woman right now, I was like, if I have an ideal woman right now, what would she be? I said, fucking 18-year-old virgin, right? Because I want to have 5 kids, and I don't want any babies retarded, missing arms, fucking autism, right? Because the older a woman waits to have a baby, the more probabilities there's going to be miscarriage, there's going to be trouble, the baby's going to be fucking retarded. Right? I don't want a retarded baby. And I don't think there's anything wrong with saying I don't want a mentally retarded baby. I want a healthy baby. The girl was like, what? You couldn't even take her to the bar. I was just like, bro.
Good.
Yeah.
Why is she need to go to the bar?
Why do I need to go to a bar? Why do I need to go? What, please? What is the positive ROI of a woman drinking in a relationship? Please explain to me.
With a bunch of men around that want to fuck her.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Trust me.
And her inhibitions are lowered. Bad things can happen to her. She can get fucking robbed. They can take her credit card. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And then I'm supposed to like sit there and just like, oh yes, baby, go out there and fucking drink. And yeah, go to Tulum with your girls and fucking, all your friends are sluts and you're not. And like, they want to go like, oh yeah, you're probably going to have like a pure girl trip. Girls are so corrupt, right? When hoes find out a girl is not much of a hoe as them, they like force that girl into like being more
Misery loves company.
into hoe. Yeah, absolutely.
Just like when
dude.
nerds see you not being a nerd, they need you to be a nerd. Pull up to John. It's too good.
Yeah,
Pull that up, John. It's too good. It's okay.
Yeah, Instagram. You find on my Instagram. Interview with a man is my one word on my Instagram. Interview with the man. You can see it. But yeah, they're just like, it's just hilarious. But for me, the thing is, I'm just doing my life. I'm just gonna keep pushing forward, focusing on myself, and then that's all that really you can do in this life. They could sit there and run their mouth and say whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna win.
At what point of self-improvement says justify misogyny? Do you start dating? I'm in LA, so it's rough. Is it after a certain amount of years? Income, thoughts?
No, bro, you start immediately. If you want to fucking get better at women, you start talking to women as soon as possible. If you're fat, you go to the gym right away. If you're broke, you go get a job right away. If you suck with women, you go trying to figure out right away. And I'll tell you this, LA is LA, New York, San Francisco, Miami, anywhere in Oregon, anywhere in Washington State, all these places are shitholes. Shitholes with shit women, and the majority of them are shit, and you just don't want to be involved in that stuff. Go to like a decent place with decent women. You don't want to be there at all.
Hellcat Gang, shout out Sneako. Yes, sir.
That's it. What's Hellcat Gang?
Hellcat, it's my car.
Oh,
It's not a gang. It's just a car I drive.
your Dodge.
Yeah. Bro, Hellcat is the best car. It's just period. It's the fastest, 800 horsepower. These haters, these passport, bro, you guys don't understand because you don't have Dodge out here.
I was like, come on, man. You got a fucking Dodge. It's okay. It's all good though.
What do you drive?
I have people drive me.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
It's okay.
What color is your Hellcat? Exactly.
I don't have one.
Exactly.
I got a Hellcat on my wrist. How much is your Hellcat?
About the same price as that.
It's $120,000.
All right. NPC behavior flexing.
Oh, you're mad. It's okay. You have a nice Rolex. I remember my first Rolex. But I was older when I got it. I was like 33. So you're ahead of me.
You see him trying to low bro me, chat?
No, we love you, Sneako. Look, my one black friend here says right here, Hellcat is the hood supercar. Hey, I'm not alone. Myron makes fun of him for the Hellcat
It's
too.
the first thing. You call me the N-word as soon as I got it. With the hard R.
Oh man, you know.
Oh, Big Donor just came in.
Oh, look, who's that? Is that
Shut up and take my money.
Oh, Apex Mindset. Here we go.
50. Lol, it's tough out here, but we get normal dudes. It's a good looking girls all the time. Tell them, John, respect, guys.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's right. And like you go up to Michigan, you go up to Wisconsin, you go up to Minnesota. There are still decent women, but you're blinded by the sea of whores in Fresh and Fit. Like, dude, there's a reason I drink.
There's women in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Actually, I met two really beautiful women in the Chipotle in Brickell. And they're like, we're from Michigan and we've never seen the ocean. And they're like tall, 6 foot tall, blonde, beautiful, dressed like skinny. I was just like, where are you from? They're like, we're from some like small, like corn fucking filled city in Michigan. But there are good women out there. You just have to go out there and find them. And the thing is, when you go to the cities, yeah, there's opportunity, whatever. But I tell guys this: get on a path that's going to get you a $100,000 a year job that can pay you remotely. Cybersecurity, computer programming, digital marketing, learn how to run Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads. You can easily do that. If you want to become like you do the Alex Hormozy style editing as well. You get 4 clients, $2,500 a month.
That's what I teach guys, man.
In the creativity kit, or
teach exactly how to do that. Yeah.
What is the creativity kit?
Creativity kit is just a place for people to learn how to make money online. But content creation is definitely the specialty. But I have different professors in there. And I just got Steve will do it. Got him an editor from the creativity kit.
Oh wow,
this shit is real. It's a great network. You need to have people around who are like-minded, and if you don't have like people around you, if you don't have a community of people who are on the same page, then you're just going to fall behind. Your network is one of the most important things to have, and that's what the creativity kit provides. If anyone doesn't have it, it's everything. I mean, the network is everything. But I don't believe, because I think some red pill guys get too extreme and too fucking like despair ridden in their message. Like, you need to be this top tier guy. Because I didn't have money growing up. I'm like, I wasn't popular shit. I'm just starting to get popular now. Let me tell you something, it's fucking great. But I was always getting girls before in the States. Like, I didn't have to use clout, whatever. I just fucking talked. You know, I think a lot of guys, they think that, okay, like if I have the Rolex, then the girl's gonna like me. If I wear the Moncler shirt, or if I have Louis Vuitton, or charisma's more valuable than all that. Game, it's right here. You're not like, the thing is, those dudes, all they're doing, because like people like Rich Cooper, the bald guy in Canada, he's a real dork, but he's always like, oh, really? He's always says chase excellence, not women. I'm like, that's terrible advice, because all you're doing is making yourself a bigger, fatter target for women that have higher levels of predatory nature. Don't you think women should just like stumble upon, you're just there trying to chase your dreams, and then women just kind of show up? No, because you need to know how to deal with women. You need to understand that there are women out there that are liars, that are manipulators, that will bro, look at the NBA. These bitches are getting out there, getting pregnant on purpose with like second stringers. But now they have a fucking $15,000 line of credit via child support for 18 years. You know what I mean? And you got some super athlete baby inside of you as well that you can send off to the NCAA and, potentially have him have a fucking big career. So no, I definitely think that, don't get me wrong, you should prioritize getting your shit together, but to sit there and think that you're gonna fucking make all these millions of dollars and not make a mistake in your dating life. I mean, I coach a lot of guys who are like millionaires and multimillionaires, and the amount of shit that these dudes put up with is just like mind-blowing. I'm like, why? And they're like, I just didn't understand female nature. I didn't get it. I didn't think she would do this. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of predatory women out there. But how many women do you need to run through in order to just realize that you shouldn't deal with hoes? I would say, if you want to get what if you chase excellence and then you just get that like 18, 19-year-old virgin and just avoid all the nonsense? Yeah, but what is the probability of that happening? If you're a computer developer, right? And all you do is write software all day, and that's your fucking passion, right? And you make money. And then you're fucking out of nowhere blindside with some 22-year-old with big fake tits, and she's like, oh, hey, what's that, a Lamborghini? Oh wow, that's such a nice car. And she's sitting there, and you're like, oh, this girl doesn't have dudes in her DMs. This girl wouldn't do like that. Because guys, good people project their goodness on people as well. That's a big problem I have. I'm a really good-hearted person, and I project my goodness on people. But like, I was dating a girl one time, and I told her, like, don't text other guys while you're dating me, because it's fucking normal. She kept texting the dudes and kept on fucking doing that behind my back. I didn't find out until months later. You know what I mean?
But I just took her at her word for it. So dudes need to look for the warning signs. You need to understand, like, if she's been ran through, if she fucking has daddy issues, if she comes from a single mother household, if she has a history of dysfunctional relationships, these are all factors.
She's gonna recreate them.
Yeah, no, because listen, the consistent factor in all those relationships is her. You know what I mean? So I feel like you're getting like mega red pill even right now, like in a deeper level.
You're saying everything that I need to hear. Like,
yeah,
I know
it's
this
true.
stuff, but you need to reinforce it a lot of times. It's good to hear it again.
And I'm not using your experiences or anything. I'm telling you from my experience. And I'm talking about these dudes. Like there's a guy that I know of. Dude, listen to this. He cleared a deal in 2022 at Q1, $150 million. And his wife still talks shit to him and doesn't respect him. And you know, he told me, I just need to do better. No, I'm like, yeah, you do. By getting rid of this fucking hoe. $150 million, you know, and still not acting right because he's older. He's like in his he's like 44, 45. So he's a little bit boomer in his mindset and thinking that like, oh, you know, just got to man up and be a better man and get in touch with my feminine side. All those fucking bullshit.
She got him.
Who?
She got him.
She did. Dude, it's bad, bro. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to say it on the air, but fucking it was bad. She threatened to send him to jail for some shit as well. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. When these guys become like these super rich people, but they have no game, like, bro, come on. Okay, I'm going to give you a fucking KO punch right now. How many fucking crypto dorks do you see getting fleeced in Miami?
All the time. I see them. They go to the club and they pop expensive bottles, and you see them leave with a girl that's much more attractive.
And they go home. They go home and they fuck Walt. You know, the crypto guys popping bottles, and they go home and get raw dog by Walt or Myron or you. That's what I'm talking about. You guys cannot neglect the game. You just cannot. Right. In regards to that.
What do you think the best way to continue to hold frame is?
By establishing your boundaries, and then boundaries are useless unless you enforce them. You know what I mean? You can have a boundary. Like if your boundary is like, you know, don't touch me. But every day I'm like, hey, I don't touch you, and you just let me touch you. Your boundaries are non-existent. The way you enforce boundaries is you remove that person from your life, or you remove yourself from their life. Because if they're not going to change, they're not going to change. If she doesn't change, she's not. If a woman doesn't listen to you, bro, she really doesn't love you. If she doesn't do what you say, her eggs are scrambled. It's over, and you got to go find another woman. And that's the bottom line. And that's why I tell these guys, because I see all these guys. You know, my consultation is 40 minutes for $500, right? And I'm booked out the fucking ass with guys who need help. Guys, investment bankers, real estate developers, cryptocurrency wallet creators.
Can you say the quote that you showed me that Patrick Bet-David dropped earlier about behind every failed man is a woman who broke him.
Is a woman who broke him. Yeah, exactly. You know, and so there's a content creator out there, Patrick Bet-David. And I give credit. Like, for example, I dated a girl, right? I was the third dude she's ever slept with. I was the only foreigner she's ever slept with. She was the secretary at my previous job, right? And every time, before my YouTube was popping off, this was in 2017, I started dating her. And she was just like, I believe in you. You can do it. No matter what, you can do it. You're smart. You're capable. And it got to the point that like, I was like, almost like, man, I feel sorry for this girl because she believes in me more than I believe in myself. That's how much like of a complex I had about myself. But then when we had the breakthrough and everything, she's like, I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. And we did it. And here we are. Before that, I had some crazy chick, psychopath, who was just like, literally, she sat me down. She was like, look, you told me you want to make $10,000 a month from the internet. She's like, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends. She's like, it's like you're telling my friends that you're Superman and you want them to believe you.
Guys in the creativity could get there from 0 to 10K a month all the time. It's not unrealistic at all.
No, I know.
Find 4 clients that pay $2,500 if you learn a skill. It's very, very reasonable.
But the point I'm trying to make is that she didn't believe in me. And the thing is, when you're with a woman that doesn't believe in you, that fucking dirty energy starts to poison your mind. And there's a psychological study too. Brandon Carter pulled it up the other day that your spouse is directly correlated to how successful you're going to be. And how many women will see?
So choose wisely.
Yeah. How many women you see? You work too much. You go to the gym too much. You do this. You stream too much. Why are you traveling all the time? Bitch, so I'm not like you, you fucking loser. You know? So, I mean, I just look at that and I just tell guys, like, it's ultra important that you fucking just don't do this. Let me go to, I'm gonna catch up with some of these fucking super chats. Let's see. This one here says, here in Atlanta, I saw a pizza delivery driver, the Dodge Charger. He knew he had a warrant out for his arrest. It was probably 38 feet.
Okay, well, mine's a Hellcat. It's not just a regular Dodge Charger, by the way.
Justify misogyny. I think you underestimate how hard it is regular. I used to be a regular guy, bro. I'm not underestimating it. Bro, I came from abject poverty. I was fucking poor. My mom was a lunch lady. We had no money. I couldn't even get $5 for lunch a day. I was lucky if I could scratch up like $1 or $2. We were fucking poor. So I had it hard. I didn't have, and I'm not like super tall, super jacked, any of that shit. Have you told Tate about your?
I never did nude gay modeling.
What is
this is not true.
Thanks for the free money, dipshit.
Nah, this didn't happen.
Set me free. Very cool to see Sneako traveling instead of doing Zoom shit.
I guess like Discord debates.
Oh, keep
going hard to pay big dogs. Yeah.
There you go. Vulcans. I got he's dropping knowledge. Sneako, shut up and listen. Something most people. I mean, because Sneako's smart and he's wise to hang out with people better than him in certain areas. And just like how I went to Sneako yesterday, I was like, hey, Sneako, I don't know if like I'm doing this whole YouTube growth thing because Sneako, you'd grown 2 channels to 1 million each, which is amazing, right? And I haven't done that yet. So I said I didn't like argue with Sneako. I handed him my phone.
How important it is to have a network around you that where guys will level each other up, because the reality is like most women don't really level you up at all. They're there at the finish line, but I'm really like, I'm listening to this conversation right now and thinking about all the times that I've had girlfriends complain if I was streaming too late. Like, why do you like, and I would end the stream and I just ended. There's like almost 10,000 people watching it. And I just ended it to spend an hour watching Netflix with this girl so that I can get head. Or how many times that I've
right here.
How many times I've confided in women about like problems in my career and stuff like that. And then they'll listen. And then when it gets tough and there's an argument comes up, then they throw that stuff in your face to try to bring you down again.
Yeah.
That's how important it is to have masculine men, to have men that are going to go and encourage you. And I think people could see that in I have a really strong network.
Yeah.
That's something that the haters don't have. And I think that's extremely obvious. And why like that's helped me like persevere through all this stuff is having a lot of people who see the potential that I have and see that I'm willing to learn and how I'm passing on that information to the next generation. You know, these haters, the gamers and stuff like that, you never see them around other guys in different countries or about people from different professions, people who are made men, accomplished in their fields in different places. You never see it. They just play video games. They just do that. And so they're never going to really learn or take in different information besides what they see on Twitch.
Yeah, like what's the guy who did iDubbbz? Like he puts like the weirdest, most like weird content.
He used to no iDubbbz is the perfect example. I used to love his edgy content, and then he became a simp.
Yeah,
that's just the harsh reality of it. He is dating an OnlyFans girl, and she's pretty much like she's the one feeding all the information, whispering, "Don't do that, do this, don't do that." And you could see how he's changed. He's dialed it back, and he's in his 30s, and he's saying like, "This is childish. This is bad." If he was around other men who are going to check him and tell him this stuff, like, "Stop simping, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Don't let this woman control your life. What does she know?" He would have never went down that path. But because you don't see him around that, because he's just on the internet, because he has these blue pill ideologies in his head, he gets controlled, and they change you as a man.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing. The influence of people around you.
He took his wife's last name?
No, he didn't. Did he really? No, he didn't.
Okay, maybe he's just chatting. I don't want
to. That's fuck. He's trolling. No. But the thing is, like, too, like when they make this weird ass kind of like edgy, kind of creepy content, and then they wonder why they're surrounded by like a bunch of weird, creepy people. Like people in my community, people in your community, I've met them. You met Edwin yesterday, like fucking double black belt, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, accomplished striker. And he's out here living the dream in Tokyo, and we don't have. Like, he's not a part of this fucking hater ass shit. He was happy to hang out with us. So I don't know. Your network is super important, man. And I don't know. Just the world, the way it's happening right now, if you want to, like, the world has kind of become this gigantic crabs in the bucket situation with the internet. Like when somebody's trying to lift themselves up and elevate themselves, majority of people are going to hate on them because they just, really fucking hate themselves. That's the bottom line. Because if you really were wanting to make your life better, you would ask to somebody, hey, you're doing great. And, I'm not doing so great. Can I learn from you? And most successful people, they're going to want to teach you. They're going to want to help you out. So I don't know. It's a good world. But I say this, man, the people hating on you, fuck them. Just fuck them. Who cares? Because you're going to keep going to the top. I think all these people are like, oh, Sneako's self-destructing stuff. Like, these people are just so, like, fucking retarded, dude.
Retard alert.
I just can't even. I really can't even. Like, I see him. I every time I go to Twitch, I watch Twitch streams to feel better about myself. I'm like, oh, I'm such a fucking winner compared to these people. So
yeah, just getting started.
Just getting started indeed, man.
So do you take breaks in ratio to work? I think the best thing to do, especially under pressure, that's usually the best option, is to continue working.
Yeah.
It's just continue. Just what is sitting around like having a margarita on the beach? What is that going to do?
No, I always
just continue.
I always say this: when in doubt for men, make money, make muscles. If you're getting a breakup, make money, make muscles. If you're kind of taking a break from hoes, make money, make muscles. You're in between situations, something happened to you. It's never going to be a negative ROI for you going to the gym, taking care of yourself, and doing some things to make a little bit more money.
My hand hurts from the sparring yesterday. Like, this is.
Yeah, my right arm hurts from the power striking we did. If you watched,
John rocked me in the back of the head because I got the reach.
Shut up and take my money.
Jabs. John came in throwing these haymakers and then boom, got me in the back of the head with that overhand UFC right.
You caught my lip though. My lip's a little busted too. So, but it's good, man. And that's the thing. Like, we're out here, we're doing things that matter. Listen, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on.
For coming on, bro. You're fucking man. You're awesome. You're 10 out of 10, bro. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go live the dream now in Tokyo. So appreciate you guys.
One more thing. I want to. There's one more hater in the chat. I think is to wrap this up. Someone said Sneako claims to be alpha. Clip the part, and this is the number one criticism I get, especially from. I don't even want to say a lot of their names anymore. For these,
don't even say them.
These two guys will be like, oh, like this manly man trying to clip the part where I called myself an alpha male. Yeah. Somebody play that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to be better every single day. And you can see the scrutiny that you get when you put yourself out there and you say that you don't know everything. I'm constantly learning. I'm on this red pill journey. I'm trying to become the best person. I'm young and I want the internet to see the growth. Within a year, you saw me go from broke to a millionaire. I think alone, but that's not enough. You need to continue to become perfect in every single metric because people are going to be like, no. They're going to want to try to bring you down. That's the number one criticism. Well, from especially older men who cope and do not want to improve, who just want to sit there and make videos about stupid reactions and nothing, is try to say like, I'm a fake alpha male. I've never once said that, but I want to become that. And I think that's a really important journey for people to see.
Yeah. And just like I said, like I was actually perfect. You're just living rent free in their minds, baby. Rent free. So let the haters hate, because at the end of the day, like, you just keep on focusing on yourself. You're going to keep on shining. That's going to do it for us. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you're watching me on Rumble with Sneako. And if you're watching live on my channel, appreciate you. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on. And until then, we'll see you guys next.